So what's going on, everyone? Another rainy day. Wanted to make a quick video kind of pointing out how when you're a reviewer on YouTube and you're reviewing trucks, it's really difficult to give a critical review on things that you think are lacking or improvements you think should be made on any brand of truck without the supporters of those brands coming and commenting about how you're being biased. Now, the first video I did on the Trail Boss, the silver one from AutoNation, I made the point that it's a really nice truck. I really like the interior, I like the layout, I like the handling, the feel of it, I like the aggressive look. The second video I made on this truck was all about some of the things that I think you as a consumer that's going to spend your money on a truck should have when a truck costs upward of $60,000. I don't think it's a far-fetched to say you should expect navigation on a truck costing $57,200 or a power passenger seat. Right? These are just features that I would expect a manufacturer bake in. I don't expect blank buttons. That's another thing that I talked about. It does not mean that I'm being biased towards a brand just to be critical towards things that you expect that brand to have. Now, I also talked about things like the back tailgate not having a handle anymore. Ford doesn't put that on their truck either. With the newer trucks, if you get the push-button tailgate release, you're not going to have a handle. And I was critical about that feature on my personal truck when I made the video on it. I made the video on my F450 that was very similar to the video that I made on this truck, and everyone criticized how I was complaining about features and things that trucks shouldn't even have on my F450. When I talk about the features that you should get on a very expensive truck, you should expect certain features, and that's simply the point I was making about this truck. So yeah, if you missed the video that I did on my F450 where I basically told you about all the things I think should have been improved, it was very similar to the video I did on this truck. Except, of course, I didn't have people coming out saying that I'm being biased towards Ford because I happen to own one. Now, there are a lot of things to like about this truck, most of which I pointed out in the first video I did on the Silver Trail Boss. However, I'll point some of those things out again on this truck just so the people who think I'm biased and didn't watch that first video can feel a little bit better. First of all, I really like the interior. I've pointed that out before. I think the interior has a very cozy, comfortable, and high-quality feel to it. I like the fact that they're adding more technology, that you can opt to get a truck like this with a 360-degree camera package, that you have LED headlights now, that you're getting more technology on these trucks. I really like that. I love the fact that they've given so much more rear legroom to rear seat passengers. There is pretty much the same amount of legroom in all these half-ton trucks now, and it's really nice. I love the fact they added rear air conditioning vents to this truck, something I've complained about for a long time. The driving dynamics, the handling characteristics of this truck are absolutely great. There are a lot of things to really like about this truck that if I make a video pointing out a few of the things that it's lacking, people really shouldn't get uptight about it. The fact is that whether or not you support a brand, whether it's GM, whether it's Ford, whether it's Ram, Nissan, Toyota, you should still be open-minded to the fact that there are definitely areas for improvement and there are things that you as a consumer should expect regardless of your loyalties to that brand. You shouldn't just say, because it's a Chevy, anybody who says anything negative about it or anybody who expects any improvements to it is just being biased. That's not how it works. Guys, there are enough videos out there that stroke the egos of people who are loyal to a brand and just want to hear good things about that brand, and my channel is a little different. When I review trucks, I try to do it a little bit differently. I try to do it from the perspective of things that people who are actually going to go out and buy these trucks want to hear. That's why I talk more about everyday driving dynamics, and I will tell you about the things that I think a truck is lacking, especially when you're spending your hard-earned money on a specific brand of truck. You know, additional things that I mentioned in the first video that I like about this truck are like the fact that they moved the brake control knob to the right side. I love the fact that it has push-button start and stop now. I really like the fact that they increased the size of the notches on the bumper or the step to help you get into the bed. That's really nice. The truck cabin is super comfortable, very quiet. I've said that about all the GM trucks that I've been in. This one's no different. At the end of the day, guys, what it comes down to is really understanding if you are just simply supporting a brand because you love that brand and you're not willing to hear anything critical about it, or if you actually want an unbiased approach to someone reviewing a truck. And unbiased means pointing out the things that could really be improved on a truck. Now, whether or not they're things that need to be improved, whether or not they have to happen, well, that's always going to be objective to the person who's listening or watching the video and their personal beliefs. In my opinion, I believe most of my subscribers want to know what's great about a truck and also some of the things that could be improved, or what the expectations of actually owning that truck are going to be like when they sit in it and they're making a monthly payment on that vehicle. Anyways, guys, I didn't want to be too negative in this video, but I did want to point out those facts because oftentimes a lot of folks who watch one video don't watch another video, and they don't realize that maybe the specific video that you're watching about me being critical on a vehicle followed a video that was very positive about that vehicle. Anyways, guys, I sure hope that you subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I will talk to you again very soon.